Lamelo Ball.
And like I said, and going back to Whitlock, I don't think he can comment on anything but snacks.
Now, that's a little harsh.
The son of LeVar Ball and brother to Chicago Bulls point guard Lonzo Ball has made tons of headlines. When it comes to driving, his vehicle of choice is Elon Musk's Cybertruck. Judge for yourself. Though his driving has been the subject of even a lawsuit, which stemmed from May, when Tamaria McRae would allege that the Charlotte Hornets superstar point guard drove over her 11-year-old son's foot, breaking it in the process after her son was waiting outside the player's exit, hoping to get a glimpse of her favorite player and maybe even an autograph.
Oh my God, kid! Melo! 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 It's a ring! Yeah.
Fans have put together a compilation video of Ball leaving the arena, usually speeding out and running the same red light over and over and over and over again. Of course, that's not the only time he has been in the news. Let's explain. Another lawsuit would come about, and it involved Big Baller Brand co-founder Alan Foster suing LaMelo, LeVar, Tina Ball, and Puma. Foster would allege that he lost millions of dollars. Most recently, though, Ball was being interviewed by the Charlotte Hornets broadcast team on their strategy defensively, on how to and how they did limit Milwaukee Bucks superstar Giannis Antetokounmpo, or as Donald Trump calls him, the Freak. And LaMelo would answer saying, "We loaded up," and then he would follow it with an anti-gay slur. Now, the fine came to $100,000. Meanwhile, former NBA champion Andre Iguodala explained this to Kai Cenat.
Wait, what'd he say?
You know, you say something, we say pause, but he used the other version of pause. Y'all can say it. NH, no.
Pause? Oh, no homo.
Right.
Oh.
You can't say that in NBA.
Really?
Yeah, you can't say that in NBA. Because it's insensitive, it's derogatory to a group, and you know what I'm saying? Like, we got a big fan base, and we don't want to, you know what I'm saying? We want to pay respectfully speak towards them, and that ain't not them.
Damn, 100,000?
Yeah, it's a bit much. We're going to fight that one, though. Don't worry. But we can't have guys saying that at the same time.
Yeah.
And so.
Oh, so wait, so you still.
You can't say it in the interview.
You still work with the NBA?
Yeah, I still work with them. I work for the players, though. So I support all the players anytime they get fined or anytime they get suspended, or their contracts, or dealing with their teams, or just legally, financially, anything to help them out. We do everything for them. Anything they need, if you need anything, we'll take care of it for you for free.
Do you think you could ask somebody, like, give me a 10-day contract or like a 1-day or a 15-minute contract?
That's on the NBA side.
First, to clear some things up, because I think it's important. In 2023, Iguodala was named the union's acting executive director. So when you hear him say, "Yeah, we're going to fight that one," when the subject turned to the amount of money that LaMelo Ball was being fined, you need to understand they're probably going to appeal. And Iguodala is saying upon appeal, they'll reduce the fine, hopefully. In addition, if unaware, the NBPA, or National Basketball Players Association, it's the union for the current pro players in the NBA. It was established in 1954. Their mission is to protect and support the rights and talents of their players, magnify the power of their collective will, and amplify their voices as leaders who will transcend sport and society globally. More. The NBPA advocates on behalf of the best interests of all NBA players, including through the negotiation of the CBA or collective bargaining agreements, the filing of grievances on behalf of the players, and counseling players on benefits, educational, and post-NBA career opportunities. So, to bring it back, that is, really quickly, that is where Andre Iguodala is coming from when he gives this interview to Kai Cenat. After it all went down, Ball did take the high road, so kudos to him, when he addressed the media. Quote, "Before we get started, I just want to address the comment yesterday," he would say. "I really didn't mean anything by it and don't want to offend anybody. I've got love for everybody, and I don't discriminate. There is precedent for these fines, by the way. You don't have to go back too far. When Minnesota Timberwolves star guard Anthony Edwards was fined for comments made on his Instagram that contained homophobic language. 1 year prior, in 2021, then a member of the Brooklyn Nets, Kevin Durant, also got docked, and that fine was $50,000 for comments he made about actor and noted bootlicker of Benjamin Netanyahu, Michael Rappaport. In the messages Rappaport leaked online, Katie also used homophobic language along with misogynistic language, thus the fine. But the bigger story is the use of the phrase here. Jacob Reyes would write, "For far too long, queer people have had to accept phrases and derogatory terms toward the LGBTQ plus community as normal. And at times, without even realizing, we often succumb to the pressure of hiding who we really are because of those words. Thus, our identity and everyone who has fought for visibility before us are forced to take a step back. That should not happen." Of course, he would add, when words like NH or don't be gay are said, queer people often reevaluate their environment, not just in private, but in the workspace too. Then activist and writer Carmen Cruz would pen, "Let's make no mistake. A man saying NH to qualify his feelings carries a caveat that is inherently homophobic and heterosexist. Yet he is also expressing himself emotionally, which boys and men are generally taught not to do. And lastly, via LBS, the whole idea that someone would have to clarify that they are not gay stems from the perception that being gay is a negative thing." Exactly. I realize that there are still factions of society who will argue that being gay is a sin or wrong in some other way, but I think most people feel that being homosexual is inconsequential. Let me just add this real quick. And that article was from way back when Roy Hibbert was an NBA player, and he also used that phrase. There are going to be many in these comments, all right? Don't get me wrong, where they're going to say that, you're trying to police language and you're being soft. No, I think what we're trying to do is just have a more accepting society that doesn't try to limit marginalized groups through micro or macro aggressions that are simply and can easily be avoidable. Just because it means nothing to you doesn't mean that it means nothing to another person who you could be targeting directly or indirectly by using stuff like this. So it really comes down to principles, understanding, educating, and then putting all of that knowledge into your own respective game plan each and every day on how you want to or how you want to mistreat others, as we are all trying to be a collective cohesive.
If you can and are willing, please become a paid member here at TYT Sports, and or go to tyt.com/join. In addition, you can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Appreciate it. Have a great day.